Hey, this is Tim, and welcome back to Bricks. In this video, I'm going to take apart a LEGO 9-volt motor. It's already partially disassembled, and try and get it to work again, or at least see if I can figure out what's wrong. So this is going to be probably sacrilege to some of you, but I have this 9-volt monorail motor that hasn't worked since I got it. It was all seized up. I got the gears to move. I got it to kind of work a little bit where it would just kind of turn on or cycle. You could tell the motor wanted to do something, but I think the motor was seized up on the inside. So I just put it off for a little while and figure it doesn't work already, so I might as well try and take it apart. So let's take a look. I've just got some rudimentary tools out here, soldering iron and some needle nose pliers and a screwdriver to wedge it. Initially I thought it might be these contacts. I tried fixing them, and then this was originally, I'll roll in the picture, but it's originally soldered in to this external terminal, and it looks like the terminal just has some leads on it that that just get soldered. It's, I don't know the manufacturing process, but there's definitely some solder on there. I didn't have any wick, so I just melted it and slided it over, and this board was just so brittle, sadly, that it just broke. And once it broke, I figured might as well just break it all the way out. So now I'm looking on the inside, trying to see what's in there, and it's a little greasy because I had some WD-40 and some other stuff in there, just trying to get rid of the rust and free it up. And it definitely freed up the motor. It's still gritty in there. It spins. Let me see. So if I turn the gear, it'll spin a little bit, but with a lot of force. I have a feeling that inside on the actual DC motor in there, that there's probably corrosion and buildup causing it. So I was hoping I could disassemble it and clean out that motor and just run some leads to it for now. These things are about 30 to 40 bucks on Bricklink, if I remember correctly. But I'm going to try and get that out of here, and we'll take a look from there. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, so hopefully you can see in here in the motor that there's these 2 points in here, 2 little holes here and here. Hopefully you can see there's 2 holes within the motor. I'm really trying to do this with my cell phone and zoomed in is kind of tough, but here and here, and these are where the circuit board went in to provide motor. So probably just swap the poles on these to go one direction or the other. But I'm gonna see if I can get it out of this housing in here. It doesn't seem to be held in by anything. I was actually kind of surprised, and when I desoldered this, that this was just a part that went in. I thought that would have been all molded and then they inserted the electronics to the inside, but that's not the case. So I'm hoping that I can just pull on this and get it out. I don't know that I really don't know what's on the inside, so I'm gonna keep going. So I got in there with a pick and started prying up a little bit underneath that front plate. I didn't want to break it, and then I was trying to use the pliers to kind of grab on those 2 notches. A little bit of brute force just by banging on the table got it to come out a little bit, so I'm going to keep trying that method. I got a little bit more up, but that's what I was a little bit afraid of, that this gear and shaft were going to move, and I didn't want to mess with that. But you can hear in there that, I'm no electrical motor genius or anything, but it sounds like there's a lot of roughness between the stator and all that stuff on the inside. There's the coil on the outside of the motor of copper, and then there's the magnets, and then there's the coil on the inside too that spins. Forget the names of them. But it definitely sounds like it's a little rough, but it's freed up. It's just maybe that's all it needed. I just kept pulling. It didn't take much, and the motor came out. So I wasn't planning on videotaping this, but I had my phone with me to take pictures for reference. I figured I might as well videotape it. So now I'll be prepared here for good angles. So you see the motor spins on the inside, so it's definitely free, but just look at all the corrosion on this outer shielding. Let's see if I can get it apart and clean all this up. It's really not complicated. So if you can see inside the top of the motor, there's a little notch and I guess a bearing. It's probably just some sort of washer for the other end of the shaft to rotate in. I don't know what sort of pressure would be holding that in there though. Maybe it's a magnet, maybe that holds it up there, because it doesn't want to stay. I just checked for continuity on these two terminals, and there's continuity, so that's a good sign. And I also checked for continuity between either of these terminals and this shielding on the outside. I know 9 volts isn't a lot, but I'm not looking forward to any surprises. Buhler, B-U, looks like the umlaut, H-L-E-R is a company, Buhler. I wonder if they're still around. So usually if something goes together, it can also come apart. Although usually things like this, they tend to break, but I think we're okay here so far. And what I mean by that is able to pry these tabs up here to get this top part open. But it looks like on the inside, let's see if I can zoom in. On the inside, it looks like the internals of the motor are held in by, let's see if you can see back there. There's like little tabs back in here as well. And it looks like there's some contacts on the back of this rotor here. And I'm sure they shift through the field or not, but looks like one has come undone. Yeah, this one right here in front of the camera. There's like a patch. Let's see. There we go. So that contact has come off that rotor, and I wonder if that's why there's no electrical connection. So this motor may be beyond my ability to repair. I won't say someone else won't be able to do it, but I can't. I don't know that I can do it. I'm forging ahead, and I got the little gear or sprocket or whatever you call it off. And it thankfully didn't go flying and lose it. But on the inside you can see these contacts. One of them is bent out of shape there too, and that shouldn't be. So I'm going to put that back. And then we'll try and see if we can't repair this rotor. Yeah, this thing is super rusty too on the inside. So I'll try and clean that out. I didn't bring out my brass brushes or anything, but see what we can do here. Let's see a much better look at this rotor now, and you can see like it was almost just glued on there. Although obviously it's going to have some sort of solder to contact. My super glue's inside. I'm going to see if I have any other glue out here that I could use. Well, I was hoping this is going to be a massive success video, or at least have the motor spinning, you know, and just jerry rig it to the 9-volt battery. Maybe put a switch on top or something. But it looks like I broke off a piece of it, and I don't quite have the tools to fix that part. I'm going to try and glue it back on and see what happens. Maybe I'll try and put a little, once I glue it on, maybe I'll try and put a little dot of solder there, but I don't know if it's going to do anything. Well, I totally botched this. I definitely don't have the right tools for doing small electronics like this. I'm really more suited to doing wiring on a vehicle with my tools and my ability. But I tried to get a little solder in that hole, and it was in there, and then I tried to get this guy stuck in there, but then I ended up getting solder over everything, and I don't have any wick, so I can't get it off there easily. Maybe a project for another day. So with that, you can't win them all. You can't fix them all. Again, I'm not really prepared to do microelectronic fixes. I'm more set up and really experienced in doing wiring on vehicles and things of that nature. But give it a shot. Maybe it'll be a project for another night. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Check out some other LEGO videos on here too. Been busy collecting and working on the house, so hopefully some more videos coming soon. But thanks for watching, and until next time, let's get back to bricks.